Hi, thanks for tuning into this segment on Alpine Touring at Lew's. Lew's has for a long time been a G3 Pro shop, so we sell all G3 products, skis, bindings, poles, everything else. We are of course a large retailer of Alpine Touring boots and a very large fitter of Alpine Touring boots. And in general, we sell everything you could need to tour. There have been lightweight touring skis for a very long time. And the way the skis were made light was basically by removing materials. And we ended up with very light skis that were very soft and very floppy and many times skied very poorly, but went uphill really well. So it's interesting for me now, the direction different companies are going now that we have carbon available to us. Because carbon gives us the ability to make very lightweight skis that are still very firm. And ski very well and can be depended on in all kinds of poor skiing conditions. I find it really gratifying that G3 has gone that direction and is using carbon to both lighten the ski, but make a nice firm ski that can be relied on in icy conditions and broken conditions and just skis well all the time. G3 is making, in addition to being a Canadian company that we should support, is making lightweight skis that can be depended on to safely ski lots of very variable and tricky conditions. But then beyond that, I certainly think of Alpine Touring and piste skiing as two separate sports, but if it's necessary to combine them, and if we just need one ski that's reasonably light and skis piste really well, I'm happy that we still have even more selection at Lew's, and we have great lightweight skis from Head, the Core, and from Rossignol, Soul 7 and Sky 7 that are still lightweight skis relative to an old style piste ski, ski very well in piste conditions and in broken conditions, and are light enough to tour with. And then if they are coupled with any of the modern tech bindings, we can have very lightweight setup that skis very well, safely and comfortably and reliably. Lew's already has a large reputation for boot fitting, and so I'm actually not going to talk much about boots other than to say there is a substantial variety at Lew's, from probably the best-selling touring boot of all time, Scarpa Mistrales, and the matching women's model, the Shea, but also lightweight touring boots from La Sportiva and Tecnica and Dalbello, and then additional boots from Dalbello and Tecnica that we would consider more free ride, so heavier than a traditional touring boot, but certainly stiffer and better skiing for varied conditions or for use around the resort. So there's a lot of ways to go here, and the selection is in the store. And then in addition, talked about we're a G3 Pro Center, so there's poles, there's skins, there's G3's Carbon Probe, and then all of these other companies are now participating in touring one way or another. We know that Lew's is much more than only a boot fitting shop. We hope you'll come into the store and experience our knowledge in lots of different topics and see the really large selection in the best gear available. Thanks.